About 83% of you guys are not subscribed. Subscribing, clicking that like button, and commenting all help me out a lot in doing what I really want to do. Thank you guys so much for all your support. What is going on, guys? Rogue TCG bringing another Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG deck profile. You all asked for it in my Discord, so I am responding. This week I am only doing Discord suggestion deck videos, and here is Exosister. I decided to put my own little twist on this deck, as I did with all the decks that I have shown this week thus far. And with this deck, I kind of noticed something. The main engine of the deck is just about 15 cards. And in the Discord, a couple of people and I were chatting about the ability of Tempai to be just completely slotted in the side deck. And with Exosister, it's pretty much like a going first deck. Like, I think it's pretty well understood that you want to be going first with the archetype. But if this archetype wants to go first, we can smoke screen in the side deck into the entire Tenpai deck to just hopefully just kill our opponent. Just kill them into the sun. So that's enough general overview of the deck. I'm gonna stop yapping and let's start getting to the profile. Starting off our list, we are on main deck Exosisters, Triple Martha. If we control no monsters or only XCs, we can special summon this card from our hand. And if we do special summon Ellis specifically from our deck, and we can't special for the rest of the turn except for Exosisters. If a card moves out of the graveyard, we can special summon from your extra deck one Exosister XCs monster using this face-up card we control as material. This is treated as an XC summon. We can lose each effect of Martha once per turn. Really great stuff. All the Exosisters kind of generally have the theme of hating on graveyard hate, or graveyard interaction, like moving. So it counts hate, like DD Crow and stuff, but it also counts like recursive effects from graveyard, like Poplar or Flamberge. We are on triple Exosister Ellis. This is probably the best one. It's mentioned specifically on Martha, but it's also just a general extender, which is really great. It makes this plus any other Exosister kind of like, I don't want to say full combo, but it lets you actually do something. Ellis says if we control an Exosister monster, we can special this card from our hand, and then if we control an Exosister Stella specifically, we gain 800 life points. If our opponent moves a card from out of either graveyard, excepting the damage step, we can special summon from your extra deck an Xyz monster using this face-up card we control as material. I believe all the Exosisters are going to have that effect, so really great. All of them on field just naturally kind of punish your opponent for going into graveyard hate, or again, graveyard moving stuff in or out of the graveyard. We are on double Exosister Stella. During the main phase, we can special summon one Exosister monster from our hand, and if we control Ellis, we get to gain 800. If our opponent moves a thing, we get to XC summon. Pretty simple. We are on double Sophia. If we control another Exosister monster, we can draw a card, and if we control Irene, we gain 800. If your opponent moves a card out of either graveyard, except during the damage step, we can special summon from your extra deck, Exosister monster, you know the drill. And then we are on one Irene. We can place one Exosister card from our hand on the bottom of the deck to draw one card. Then if we control Sophia, we get to gain 800. This one is not really going to come up as frequently. We just need the names, so I am just on the one Irene, of course. We are on triple Exosister packs. During the main phase, pay 800 life points, add one Exosister card from deck to hand, except for packs. And if we added a monster, we can special summon it if the other Exosister that's mentioned on the card is on field or in our graveyard. So a little bit specific on that special summoning condition, but this is probably one of the main reasons we are playing the Irene, just so we can special to the Sophia if need be. And then lastly, our last Exosister card is Exosister Returnia, which is just a banish, pretty much like a spot banish, and then it does stuff related if we have Xyz cards. And then it will also, if we do have cards that they can Xyz, we can Xyz using it, or if we Xyz summon this turn, we can banish a card our opponent controls. So we can banish 2 cards our opponent controls if we did Xyz summon the turn we choose to activate it, although that is a little bit situational. Although, not really actually, because the main goal is to make Magnifica, and Magnifica is going to Xyz summon on your opponent's turn, turning this into like a banish 2, which is really great. But that's, again, it for the main deck Exosisters. 15, we can only really play 15 to side in the Tenpai. When we're going second, we just side all the Exosister stuff out, side all the Tenpai stuff in, and then opposite if we know we're going first. Now, let's get into non-engine. We are on triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, triple Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill, triple Effect Veiler, double Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This is a cross-out target for Tenpai. And then one DD Crow, also a cross-out target for Tenpai. We are on a triple infinite impermanence, and those are our hand traps. We're on triple pot of prosperity, both to increase the consistency of both of the archetypes. We are always going to have good banishes for both of the archetypes. If we're playing Exosisters in the main, we can always banish all the Tenpai stuff in the extra and not have to care a single thing about them. And if we are playing Tenpai, we have all these cards to banish for Exosister, so we can dig to find whatever we need. We are on one triple tactics talents. This is both for us as well as a cross out target. We are on one called by the grave, and then we're on double droplet and triple cross out designator. That's the main, nice solid 40. Now let's go on to the extra deck. For our Tenpai engine, we're on one Sangenpai Bident Dragon, one Sangenpai Transcendent Dragon, and then, Dragion. These are all Dragions. I don't know why I call them dragons. Bident Dragion, Transcendent Dragion, and Trident Dragion to perform our OTK of 1,000,000,000,000 attack. And then in our extra deck for the Exosister portion of the deck, we are on one SP Little Knight, one Exosister Grabrine. It needs 2 4s, cannot be destroyed by the activated effects of monster special summoned from the graveyard. You can use each of the following effects of Grabrine once per turn. If you control this card that was XC summoned this turn using an Exosister monster as material, quick effect target effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Then you can attach a material from this card for the rest of the turn. All XC's monsters you control will gain 800 attack. This is a way we can get a negate on our opponent's turn, but in order to do so, we need to, from first turn, make a Magnifica using Grabrine, so we kind of need to plan a little bit ahead. We are on one Asfiel. It needs 2 4s, can't be destroyed by the activated effects of monster special summon from the graveyard. You can use each of the following effects of Asfiel once per turn. If this card is XC summoned using an Exosister monster's material, neither player can activate cards or effects in the graveyard this turn. So it's a nice big floodgate, and then you can attach a material from this card, then target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, your opponent controls, and then return it to the hand. So, nice little bounce effect on that too. We are on double Caspitel. It needs 2 4s, can't be destroyed by battle with a monster special summon from the graveyard. You use each of the following effects of Caspitel once per turn. If this card's XC summoned using an Exosister monster as material, neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyard. Again, that floodgate effect. You can attach a material from this card to add an Exosister monster from your deck to your hand. So, really great way to just find an extra extender, especially since this is an XC, so we can grab something like Martha. We are on double Exosister Michaelis. It needs 2 4s, can't be destroyed by battle with a monster special summon from the graveyard. You can only use the effect of the Michaelis once per turn. If you control this card, those XC summon this turn using an Exosister monster as material. Quick effect target on a card your opponent controls or in their graveyard, and then banish it. Really great banish effect. You can attach a material from this card to add an Exosister spell trap from your deck to your hand. This is the main way we're going to be adding Returnia or Exosister packs to continue extending. And then lastly, our big boss monster is Exosister's Magnifica. It needs 2 rank 4 Exosister XC's monsters, must be XC summoned with the above materials, can make a second attack during each battle phase, and once per turn quick effect, you can attach one material from this card, banish one card your opponent's turn. That is a quick effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, return one XC's monster you own attached from this card to your extra deck. Then you can special summon that monster from your extra deck by using this card you control as material. So essentially, if we've made Magnifica on our own turn, using Michaelis or Caspitel, let's just use these two as an example. During our opponent's turn, we are able to quick effect target either Michaelis or Caspitel, put them back to our extra deck, and then XC summon that exact same card that we just put back using Michaelis and everything underneath of it as material, allowing us to get that quick effect when the turn it was XC summoned. Michaelis again being banishing, and Caspitel just blanking the graveyard for the turn. Really great stuff. We're on one Sky Crisis and 2 Zeus. We do get locked into Exosisters, but Zeus is just still incredibly powerful, and if we don't need them, we can banish them with Prosperity. I'm just going to very quickly go over the side deck. Tenpai is quite well known as of right now. We are on triple Pydra. If it's no more special, you can add to your hand or set one Sangan spell trap from our deck. You can use the effect of Pydra once per turn. If you take no battle damage from battles involving your fire dragon monsters, and once per turn during the battle phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. We are on triple Chandra. Once per turn during the battle phase, quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. You use each of the following effects of Chandra once per turn. If you control a fire dragon monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And at the damage step, if your monster battles, you can special summon a level 4 or lower fire dragon monster from your deck, except for Chandra. Really great way to get the beats on, and these are the 2 best ones in order to start your combo, especially during the battle phase. We're on double Fadra if this card's normal or special at the start of the damage step. We're on double Fadra if this card's normal or special summon, or at the start of the damage step. If a monster battles, you can target one level 4 or lower fire dragon monster in your graveyard and special summon it. You can use this effect of Fadra once per turn. If your fire dragon monsters cannot be destroyed in battle, and once per turn during your battle phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. So, really great effect. With Fadra and Pydra, ideally we are going to be cycling through our synchros in our extra deck, especially given that synchro effect is not once per turn. Sorry, not a hard once per turn. So if we get a different copy out, or send it to graveyard and bring it back out, with like Fadra, for example, we can just still keep going and going and going. And then lastly, we're on one of the new one, Tenpai Dragon Genroku. This card's added to your hand except by drawing. You can special summon this card as a tuner. Then you can increase its level by 1. Quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 Tenpai Dragon monster from our deck except for Genroku, and you can't special for the rest of the turn except for Dragon monsters. You can use each effect of Genroku once per turn. This is just another way to get to our Pydra or a Chandra. It's really nice that it is like a Poplar, so if it's added to hand, we can just immediately ship him out onto the board and then get one of the other ones. So it's just another Tenpai Dragon, but we do not want to be seeing it in our opening hand, because if we see it, it functionally does nothing. We're just going to have to normal summon it and pray to God. But we are also on triple Sangan summoning. During our main phase, fire dragon monsters we control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. During our main phase, we can add 1 Tenpai Dragon monster from our deck to our hand, then pitch a card, and we can only use this effect of Sangan summoning once per turn. And if this card is destroyed during the battle phase, we can target 1 dragon synchro monster we control and double its attack. This is our OTKing with Trident Dragion. And then lastly, in our deck, side deck, we are on triple Sangan Kaiman. We can apply one of the effects. If they activated the card during the battle phase, we can apply any of them in sequence, and then we can add 1 level 4 lower fire dragon monster from our deck to our hand, and then we can special summon a fire dragon monster from our hand. And we can only use Sangan Kaiman once per turn. But yeah, that's going to be about it for the deck profile. The deck, it's meant to like win the die roll. Ideally, you want to win the game 1 die roll, go Exosister. Your opponent's going to then make you go second, of course, and then you just side in all the Tenpai stuff, and ideally you could just run with the game and the match real quick right there. Otherwise, if you lose the Tenpai Dragon game, then your opponent's really put in a difficult predicament, because they don't know if you want to go second or if you want to be going first and just siding back on the Exosister cards. So it's going to make their siding strategy just completely null and void unless they really like get the read that you either want Exosister or you really want the Tenpai to kill them. But that's, again, going to be about it for the deck profile. Thank you all so much for watching, if you still are, and I will be seeing you all later. Bye-bye! Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you wanted to talk to more Yu-Gi-Oh! Players like yourself, I would highly recommend checking out our Discord server. Link is going to be in the description, as well as the QR code on screen. We do talk somewhat frequently about Yu-Gi-Oh! And the current meta, so I would really enjoy to see you there. As well as we do recently now have channel memberships available on our YouTube channel, where we have 3 different tiers. We have Super Supporter at $2 a month, where you get loyalty badges, emojis, guaranteed comment responses, a shout out at the end of every video, as well as access to the members only Discord channel, where you get early sneak peeks at future videos. There is the Giga Supporter at $5 a month, where you have early access to all new videos about a day or 2 before they go up, as well as all the previous offers. And for $15 a month, we do have our final tier, which is going to be Femboy Fanatic. You get a guaranteed customized video every single month, as well as 1 hour of my time. Could be for anything you'd like. You want a duel? Absolutely. You want me to help build a deck? Absolutely. You want to play some Helldivers? Sure. I'll do anything for an hour once a month. But supporting does help me out quite a lot, and it does help me produce all of these videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be seeing y'all later. Bye-bye.